Now, if you want to take photos of tiny mushrooms with a cell phone, you're basically screwed. That's what a macro lens is for. But there's a bunch of things you can do to make it better. And so, most important thing is get real close. And so, this phone is Samsung S24. And so the macro is actually has a pretty long working distance. So here, this is how zoomed in it is. And if I hit the 10x zoom over here, it'll zoom in 10 times. Actually looks pretty good. So what I want to do is get as close as I can. So I just keep moving it closer and closer until I can't focus anymore. And at some point, yeah, so that's too close. This can't focus. So now I back it off. And now it's focused really good. This looks really good, but look how much the image changes here. Like here, nice dark background. Over here, really bright background. Really bright background is usually a lot more distracting. These things look a lot more, just like a lot more impactful. I'm gonna get this leaves out of here. If I got the dark background behind me. So just over here, that looks really awesome. Move it an inch to the right. Still cool, but not nearly so awesome. So I think I'm just going to focus right there. Now, one thing I can do is lock the focus. So you see when I focus, you get that little lock icon there. If I hit that, it turns gold. And now it's not auto-focusing anymore. And now it's locked real close. So here it's too close, but I have the focus locked like right there. And that's nice because it's not going to like focus on some leaves in the background or something on me. It's just going to keep the focus right there. That also locks the exposure. Another thing that's really important is the exposure. So you see when I clicked to focus, you get this sun icon there. So dragging that sun icon changes the exposure. This is the most important thing you can do on a phone. So turning it that way, turn the exposure all the way down. Going this way, turn the exposure all the way up. So now the highlights on those stems are blown out. So you definitely don't want to do that. I'm going to try using this light with the phone and we'll see how that changes. So this is just like a little handheld light. And so I got this in focus here. And then if I put a light right next to it and blast these things with light, look how dark the background gets. So the light's just out of the frame, and now the background's even darker because we're lighting these up so much. So there's what it looks like with the light or without the light. So I'm going to take a picture first without the light, and then I'm going to blast it with light. Just put the light so close that I can see it, and then just back it off so I barely can. And cheese. Samsung camera you can talk to. And now we got picture that's with the light and without the light. Try that one more time. I'll lock the focus this time so it's not blurry. Okay, so natural light. Cheese. Blast it with LED light. Oh, locking the focus. Also lock the exposure. I blast it with LED light. Cheese. All right, so we'll see how those are different. Another thing I really like to do is use the wide angle lens. So if we're zoomed in to 10 times here, the opposite is this 0.6. So this is the wide angle lens, and the wide angle lens gives us a lot of depth of field. So things that are close and far are in focus at the same time. So what I can do is move this real close to these things so you can kind of see them right like that. And then I'll tilt the camera back. I will focus in on them, give them a little bit more light, and tilt the camera back a little bit more. Let's see if I can do this here. Focus. Picture. And now with this kind of picture, you can see that these are nice and in focus. They look really good here. And then you can also see all the trees in the background, the shrubs here. So it kind of puts the mushrooms in context. And it's a really nice angle to do this from. So a lot of times whenever I find a cool plant or mushroom, I'll just flip the phone upside down so the lens is right next to the ground. and then hit that 0.6, the wide angle lens, and it's one of my favorite angles.